Okay, back online. That is unfortunate, but things happen. Guess I got a bit too excited about prep. Bought the meat too early. Things happen. Uh, traffic took so long, Jake. Traffic. Um, Part of living right next to a university, right next to the happening downtown, right next to a interstate, people just drive. So, better meats. Let me turn on the close-up. Where is the close-up? There we go. Better meats. So, I just got to trim off some of the bones. Yay, Jay, we're restarting the cooking club. I guess I guess I am going to be volunteered to do cooking streams about the recipes we choose. Yeah, it's just all bone and fat right there. This is just a bone-in shoulder lamb chop that weighs about a pound. So I'm just or half pound, so I'm just taking out the bone. Because, well, you can stew with bones, but this isn't a bone stew. And then again, that's only for flavor. Yeah, near the end there, Jake, it kind of got a little, well, why are we even doing it then? And then it just kind of fell apart. Well, we did about 7 or 8 recipes. Fat is also flavor. Yes, it is. Fat is not the reason you are fat. It is processed sugar. Well, too much fat is also a bad thing, but cooking myth debunked. I'm also just bad at chopping meat right now, so yes, better meat. Just popped on down to the shop really quick to get some not funky meat. Bought that stuff like 3-4 days ago in being like, oh, I'm gonna prep. And I probably should have put it in the freezer. Unfunked meat. Yes, the best meat. I should probably be mindful of the close-up cam. Yes. All of those low-fat cookies and whatnot. Guess what? Fat makes things have flavor. Guess what? Guess what they have to do to make them flavorful? Put things that are very bad for you into them. Yeah, Toast. I went down to Whole Foods. I'm just like, yeah, this will last like 3 days while I prepare for the stream, and no, it did not. Just chopping up all this meat, kind of small-ish bite size, because well, you're going to be eating this with a spoon. Don't want chunkas. Feels, gotta admit, kind of feels weird just talking into the void. But such is streaming. Gotta be conscious to make noises occasionally. Mouth noises, as one would say. Rubber duck, yes. Yes. Rubber ducks. Okay. Void speaking is good. Okay, so for this shenaniganery, the recipe says put a layer of potatoes down. That is an onion right there. Put the lamb. Put the bacon. Put the onion. And top it off with the rest of the potatoes. Then let's keep all this out of here. Some salt and pepper. I'm going to use about let's say about a tablespoon-ish of pepper. And maybe about a half of salt. And I mean, you just always do it to taste. Didn't give me exact amounts, so imprecisity is the name of the game. Irish stew, yes. Yes, it is Irish stew. What is in the Irish stew? Potatoes, onions, lamb, and bacon. Where did I put my measuring cup? Did it go in here? Yes, it is. Now we need about 10 ounces of water. That's about 8. And 2. Now, when I first made this, I was just like, wow, that's not a lot of water. And even in the video, Tasting History, that this recipe is from, he's just like, yeah, it's not a lot of water. Old stews didn't have a lot of liquid in them. And how does this get more water in it? Well, the potatoes got lots of water. The potatoes are going to break down. So just turn it on high. Once it gets going to turn it down to a simmer for about 90 minutes. Going to clean up a little bit and then get started on the soda bread. Because this is actually part of why I really like doing this. I like making things. Love the kitchen. Yes. I like this kitchen too. Without this giant window here, it would just be a really narrow galley. As soon as I moved in, I saw this giant window, this big old counter. I'm just like, I'm a cook on here. And then I started cooking, and I decided, I'm gonna show how I cook to other people. And so here I am. Oh, also, I forgot. It's not Irish without some Guinness. Probably could have put a shot in the stew. Yes, Poop Slayer. Hello. Poop Slayer's a good friend of mine. Um, they're all just gonna cook down. It's good, basically just gonna turn to mush. Um, they do cook, and they do cook once the potatoes start cooking in the water. They'll start releasing more and more water. Water level will rise. Start cooking more and more and more potatoes. Um, Also, it would help if I plugged this little stove in. Yes, my good friend Poop Slayer. I have known him since the second grade. um, he is very. He says he's very jealous of me and my cooking skills, but. So I always like cooking with him. Always teaching him new things. How's your sous vide doing, Poop Slayer? Because you got a sous vide, and I know you like cooking with that. Oh no, you made red beans and rice today. How did that go? You know what? Yes, River, just for you. There you go. So, the Irish soda bread recipe that I am making is the Irish soda bread recipe that I got from Betty Crocker. My parents have one of the old Betty Crocker plaid kind of cookbooks in their cabinet at home. And I was just like, okay, let's see recipes, bread, Irish soda. Yeah, let's do this. So I got the Irish soda bread recipe from Betty Crocker. I already prepared some of the ingredients. So this is about 2.5 cups of flour. I already put 2 tablespoons of sugar and a half teaspoon of salt in. And where did I put them? Right here. I need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Why am I using cleaning product? Because it's sodium bicarbonate and it's used in baking. Irish soda bread is defined as a quick bread. What is a quick bread compared to normal bread? Well, a quick bread is quick bread means that it doesn't use yeast to rise. So the leavening agent in Irish soda bread is baking soda. When baking soda interacts with the water and the buttermilk that I'm going to be putting into this, breaks down into CO2, which is what yeast does. Breaks down sugar into CO2, it will rise. So I've got all of the flour, salt, sugar, and baking soda, baking powder. Baking powder is a bit more baking soda stuff. Don't necessarily know the exact difference. I just know that they're different somehow, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, let's do it. Yes, sodium bicarb is antacid. That is Tums. I need to grab 2 things from behind the magic wall. I have butter, 3 tablespoons worth, and buttermilk. So the fun thing about doing this recipe is you need to cut the butter into the flour. Cutting Betty Crocker and Chef Boyardee, I would see that. I would see that in Smash. Yes, it's like new fighter approaches. So I don't I'm not necessarily the most well versed into the why. I just know the how, or to do it. So I've got a pastry knife, pastry cutter, and it just cuts the butter in. Now you're just like, why don't you just melt the butter in? Well, butter acts really weird in the oven, which reminds me, I probably should start the oven. Get the oven going to 375. There we go. Pastry knife, yeah, pastry knife, pastry cutter. It's just a bunch of things. I just need to break down the butter until it's kind of incorporated into the size of crumbs. Various different recipes need various different sizes of butter because you want the butter to do different things in the oven. If you have butter at if you have larger chunks of butter, it will melt. It will melt easier and give you more and more layers, which is kind of what flaky pastries is. I am not a pastry chef. I am just a person who cooks. Ooh, God! I'm standing here. I don't know if you all can hear it, but the pot is kind of simmering now, and it sounds really nice. So, yeah, it's like that's about the size of butter I have. I kind of need it a bit smaller, so I'm just going to keep on keeping on. Another way to cut butter in is you can use a fork and just press everything up against the size of the bowl. I don't know who the host is. That's why it's called Who's Cooking. Like, as you can see, the tines of the fork are a bit closer together than the blades of my pastry knife. This. You could whisk, you could do whatever you want. That's what I love about cooking. It's the great improvisation. Except for baking, you got to be very precise with baking. Baking is a science, cooking is an art. Homestuck Betty Crocker. Okay, what the actual heck and heck. Okay, actual professional chef is telling the amateur to use a fork. Well, here I am using a fork, mostly done. Yeah, acceptable. Now, what was the next step of the recipe? Here I am, prepario, being prepared. What is it? 1/3 cup of buttermilk. Here we go. Pour that in. And what does the great Miss Betty Crocker say? Cut the butter in until it resembles fine crumbs. Stir in until it just leaves the sides. Two forks makes everything go faster. Need your car to move faster? 2 forks. No, I don't know. No, I'm not making omelets just yet. Although that is a good idea for a future stream breakfast. Yes, one of the ways to cut butter in, you can use just 2 knives and just cut, literally cut the butter. Let's put this back in the magic wall box. And this is mostly incorporated. And now, for what I am sure my roommates will very much enjoy me doing, flouring the counter. I also got flour on my phone, which I'm using to talk to all of you. There we go. So just kind of smush it all together. This is going to get into the kneading part. Should I cheat and use my hand mixer? No, I'm using my hands to mix. You know, I used to be able to sing the Irish national anthem in Gaelic because my old college was very into St. Patrick. Don't ask me to sing the Irish national anthem right now. Very crumbly. Very crumbly. No, I can't even sing it in English. Okay. Is this... Stupid bread? How long have I owned a chef hat? About 10 hours. Came in the mail yesterday. Well, yes, it is stylish. It also felt very appropriate. Do I know what it's called in English, the Irish national anthem? No, I do not. I just know it's called the Irish national anthem. I was part of the choir at the college, and we sung it for the alumni and other various dignitaries. Yes, the soldier song. All right. Okay. There we go. I'm just kind of kneading it. Don't want to knead it too much, or it will be very not good. Is that a printer in the background? No? No, that's just my kitchen. Ooh. Let's see if we can't listen. Yes! The sounds of cooking. Oh, and my stove sings at me. ASMR cooking stream, absolutely. You know, I'm beginning to think this wasn't such a good idea. How am I liking the induction stove? It cooks things. %. No, 100%. I would prefer gas, but hey, I didn't get a choice in the stove in this apartment. Just kind of moved in and was just like, oh, this is the stove. Now, I'm surprised that I am the one attempting to start a cooking show out of everyone that I know, because my brother makes very good barbecue. Perhaps at some point I might invite him over here, given the good graces of the Legion, and we can make some really tasty barbecue. How many pies can a cat eat? As many as it goddamn wants. Water break. Thank you. Sláinte. Yeah, Dr. Jekyll, it's a nice apartment. I mean, it looks bigger on camera. But we all got our, me and my roommates, we got our space. Maybe next will be a building show. Well, we do have mini painting, which is kind of like building. yeah, it's just easier to do it in the bowl because I'm not getting any more flour in here. Oh, I need to start the timer. Where is the button? Interact, start. There we go. BPL dating show, wouldn't we just stream Monster Seeking Monster on Jackbox? No, but if possible, I would love for my brother to meet one of the Legionnaires, Caterham. Caterham, if you're here, I'd love you to meet my brother. And just have them make some of the best fucking best barbecue I think I could possibly imagine. Here we go. Yeah, it's finally coming together. Kneading dough takes elbow grease. Lots of elbow grease. Just kind of want to make all of the little bits and bobs accumulate. Don't want it to get too much gluten, which I think I may have accidentally done, but oh well. It'll cook all nice and the same. Yes, I need the dough. I need it. But this is kneading dough. Big difference. One is a requirement. The other is it is how you work dough into itself. Yes, spelling is good. Words and things. Let me see if I actually can't move. Nope. Move this over here. Maybe? Yeah, so let's make it a bit smaller. My suggestion board. Currently have side corn and wide Tom's beans on there. Yes. At the meetup, I don't want to. Didn't feel it was good form to talk about food that I'm not currently making. But at the meetup, the meet up, I made gumbo with the help of Mad Ducks, who has been on this channel before, who came in from Louisiana land with a gift of green onion sausage, gumbo filet, and the taste buds trained by a very nice Cajun lady. Made probably the best gumbo I've ever made. And I got given the greatest compliment I could have been given by Mr. Mad Ducks, who said he came with a butt ton of Tabasco, expecting to have to use some of it, and didn't use a drop. Did I use Missouri meat to make gumbo? I made gumbo recently, and I used Missouri chicken, but I used Louisiana andouille sausage that was given to me from Mr. Mad Ducks for the road home. Yes. Yes. Baker's recipes are on a need-to-know basis. If I make a cheesesteak, use rib. Yes, yes. The thinner that shaving is, the much better. Now I'm just trying to get these last few surface cracks together. You know what? Let's just roll it around town. The stew has actually lost a bit of height. It's actually lost about an inch of structure in there. That's just the potatoes breaking down, releasing more water. Also, onions are mostly water as well. I mean, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Nope, I decided against it. Yeah, this dough's getting very hard to work with, so I need to finish. That's about as good as that's gonna get. Let me get some Spam. I realized I just did that right into the microphone. I apologize. Toilet obliterator. How much would you hate me if I said I was going to use steakums to make cheesesteak? Alrighty, so score it about and across about a ½ inch down. That'll be all right. And we pop it in the magic heat box for about 55 minutes. I think. There we go. No, not 45. There we go. And food is cooking. Now time for the cleanup stream, where I do dishes. Or I can take a look at the suggestion board, and we can get some recipes for next time. Anybody have any ideas of what they want me to cook? Shit on a shingle. Chicken katsu. Old ass, would you like to see my chicken katsu curry? Now I do cheat. I use a curry block that that just makes it really easy. Or I could be or I could use this time for experimentation and just be like, hey, I'll make it from scratch. Turducken, no. Latkes, yes. Potato pancakes. Latkes are very good. Have some family, up in Cleveland. And my family, dad, mother, brother, and I, we always very much like going there and then going to Corky's and Lenny's for corned beef on latkes. This is a corned beef sandwich about that tall on two very thin potato pancakes. It is very good. So much food. So much good food. This is very nice. Give it a mix up. Give it a mix up. Yeah, look at that. The water has definitely risen. Stuff underneath is getting all nice and mushy. And that just needs to cook. Belgian waffle black pudding. Eki Thump. Love me a good waffle. Prost. For those of you who know the reference to Eki Thump, I congratulate you. Let me get... Do I have... There we go. Now... Let's just get this. There's an old British program. I forget which particular one that my dad liked watching with me, or I liked watching with my dad. And in one of them, one of the characters is a practitioner of a British martial art named Eki Thump, which involved running around and hitting people with black puddings. British television, people. Tanjiro, what is that? Now I just feel awkward just standing up here. But putting away things is part of cooking. Oh, I have heard of that. That actually does sound pretty good. You want to know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put some sugar on top of the soda bread. To the fuck late. Irish eggs. Now, is that just eggs with whiskey? So on the subject of Scotch eggs, some of the beeples at the meetup went on an adventure in downtown location redacted and found an Irish pub in which someone had Scotch eggs and said that they were very good. Yes, yes, the water rises as the potatoes fall. And the cry of many an Irishman were heard that night. Yes, the bear flu meetup. This last meetup. Like, last month. Literally 30 days ago. Remember John J. Alamo and the Battle of the Alamo, where he invented the Alamo. Where did I put my cleaning utensils? Yes, Diggs, it seems Destructo is finally on the mend. Mr. finally got his meeting with his health, so yay. I'm very surprised about the bear flu meetup because I drove home with two people who caught the sea bear flu. And then I came back home, I'm just like, yeah, I got a headache, but nothing. I am the kind of cook that cleans up because there is nothing else to do right now besides just watch some timers and talk with everyone. Irish eggs are like fembo... Okay. That's certainly something. Alright, the magic water box is going to get loaded up with various different things because cleaning up is important. Always clean up. Oh. Ah, that sound is so nice. Yes, cook the new mic that that I bought with money. Wash the dishes now so you're not bloated and being like, oh man, I gotta wash the dishes later. Makes everything better. Engaging television, looking at the back of someone as they're bending down behind the counter. I know. I'm such a great host. That's there, and that there. Those there. That there. Not there. This up there. Anything else that can go in these lids? I'm also cleaning up because it is my chore to do with my roommates. There we go. Need a second mic and have that as background noise. Yes, 100%. The cooking mic. See half the ingredients right there. Shake that. Oh, no. Yes. Yes, yes. I wear a belt. What else is there to clean up? All the rest of this. Now we can clean the knives. Because knives can be done in a dishwasher, but washing them by hand is a bit better. There we go. What is burning? Nothing is burning. It's steaming. I'm going to turn it down a bit low. It smells amazing, doesn't it? Or sounds amazing, doesn't it? And it's just after it gets to a boil, just put it on low heat and just let it cook. You mess with food too much while it's cooking, it's not going to turn out too good. The ear smells are fine, yes. Yes, they are. If only I could send to you this wonderful aroma. What else can I clean up? Not much. Not much. I have cleaned up a lot of things. Because I did not make a lot of dishes. Which is a good thing. Is this running? Now it is. Don't think we needed to know that. Sancha. Sing us a cooking song. I don't necessarily know any cooking songs, and I don't. Cooking song. This is also the cooking stream, not the singing stream. Or a review of some Scotch whiskey or wine. Oh, you know what? from behind the magic wall up to the magic desk. Getting another magic box. I can indeed review some wine. Some rice wine. Yeah. So something that doesn't take like an hour to cook. This was kind of just, hey, I want to cook. I want to make something interesting. Might as well stream it. Here I am with a bun in the oven and stew on the pot. But no, yeah, I was thinking about making a breakfast stream at one point. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, all that jazz. So, this is just some sake that I got a while ago. I just buy sake to try sake because I like sake. It's very nice. So this is Hakutsuru. Don't necessarily know the differentiation between sakes, but I do have myself a cedar bowl and a kampai. Very sweet. Very sweet. I don't know. It's all it is all it is just rice, water, and yeast of some sort, and I don't know how they come up with so many different varieties and so many different flavor profiles. I once had a sake that, while warm, tasted like spiced apple pie. Japanese plum wine, yes, I have before. I haven't had it recently, so I don't have that taste in my memory. I do recommend it. I do remember it being very tasty. Who's the chef? I don't know. I don't know, but what's on third base? Or what's on second? Yes, it's plum good. Get you plum drunk. Y'all are funny. Here I am just looking down. Yes, drinking square. It is made of cedar. It absorbs some of the alcohol from the sake and gives everything a very, very nice smell. It's very nice. Yes, that's why you drink it from the corner. So many notifications. Wait. What does Drink Square do with Kool-Aid? Well, this isn't necessarily sealed wood, so it would stain the wood. Yes, actually drink from a wooden square. Yes, sake is traditionally drunk from a masu. It's apparently some sort of unit of rice measurements, and it just became the traditional vessel to drink sake out of. I got this bottle done with. It's also apparently very bad luck to pour your own sake. Well, here I am, breaking mirrors, stepping on cracks. Oh, look, there's a black cat. Walking under ladders. All of the bad luck for me. Traditionally cedar. Why? Because. Yes, Mad Ducks, food! Food. You missed the preparation of the food and the interruption when food went bad. Sitting in my trash can over there is bad meat. Meat that would be very not good for mouth eating. Very bad meat. Yes. That's... What is the ABV on this? Does it say? No, it's wine, so it's very high. And I was drinking Guinness, and I haven't had a lot to eat today besides just a fried egg and some bread. Oops. That's hitting kind of hard. Water break, yes. Very good idea. Very good idea. More wine? I'm not Jesus. Alright. Who did that? Brush face. Bride of the Fox or Nigori? Green, Nigori. Nigori, this I bought out of interest because I was in a sake mood. This is a cloudy sake. This is not filtered, so it's got a lot of the sake remnants in it. Okay, fine. I'll also drink the Guinness. Okay. I'm going to be very well toasted after this. It's a good thing I'm not driving anywhere today. So, co-opting the cooking camera viewing thing. This is the nigori. It's very cloudy. It looks like milk. Does potato water taste better than hot dog water? This potato water is going to taste better than hot dog water. Yes. Yes, indeed. Kanpai. Don't know how to describe this one. It's kind of gritty due to the not as filtered, not necessarily as sweet either as the hakutsuru. It's good in its own way. Everything's an experience at the end of the day. Let's give it another taste, see if I can't come up with a better description. Well, it sounds like your sister needs to find a different perfume. Skull. I know sweet is kind of just a very broad term, but that was very kind of like a bright sweet. This Hatsukuru. The Nigori is kind of like a loud sweet. All for your stream. Viewers Prime follow. Okay. Hello. Did I try the Texas sake yet? No, I did not. My good friend, my good friend, Mr. Poopslayer, has gifted me some Texas sake. So, if when I finish this, I will take a snifter of that. Yes, I do smell a bot. No, I smell potatoes. Oh, that smells so good. Yes, yes, at least it's not. Water helps with the booze. Let me go get the Texas sake. And I am back. It is quite literally called Texas sake. Still got about 3 or 4 sips left of this. It's definitely not my favorite thing, the nigori, but I bought it, so get my money's worth from it. Yeah, it's not very... It's the kind of flavor that you kind of get after just eating way too much candy. It's good. It's good. I just don't care for it. Eggnog, yes. We need to make a an eggnog that is more booze than egg. Yes, it is a very Irish thing to do. Shame there's not a drop of Irish blood in my body. I don't know, I got a transfusion the other day. No. Yeah, Bailey's is very good. Bailey's is nice. Doesn't necessarily mix well with some liquors. It starts curdling. Isn't that what the quote unquote Irish car bomb is? What was it? Guinness, Jameson, and Bailey's. You got to drink it before the Bailey's curdles, or else you'll throw up. Toilet Obliterator, you don't know this, but Mr. Poop Slayer is from a very, very Irish family. Kind of spacing there first. That the sake's hitting me kind of very hard. Yes, you do win the Irish competition. Yes, but who is here cooking food? What is it? Prost, yes. Prost. Future streams will require a breathalyzer. Yes, I will require a breathalyzer to unlock the OBS on my computer. Carbonate Baileys. I've seen people try to carbonate milk with disastrous outcomes. I don't think I don't think carbonating Baileys would result in a very effective drink. I have no idea what cup I'm drinking out of, but it's water, so it's good. Let's rinse this out a little bit and try some of that Texas sake. Here we go. Boozy sour cream. There are some uses I can see for boozy sour cream. There's some very niche uses I can see for boozy sour cream. Boozy mashed potatoes, boozy tacos. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty interesting. Aha! I have been raided! I have no idea what that does, but hello, people. Yes, I remember in the video that Mr. Tasting History did on this potato recipe that I have co-opted for this stream, talked about the Great Famine, and how Ireland's population has not recovered to I believe 1860 levels or something thereabouts. The potato famine and subsequent British mismanagement of the aid led to a very sharp decline in the Irish population due to death by starvation and emigration. It's a very, very sad chapter of Irish history. One of the more enlightening stories out of the Irish famine is, I believe it is the Choctaw Indian nation, or Native American nation, who themselves had just recovered from, been through a great tragedy, the Trail of Tears, had gathered as much money as they could, which was about $150, and sent it to the Irish people in as a form of aid. And now, as current in recent memory, there is a statue in Toilet Obliterator. I believe you can tell me what city this is in. I believe it's Cork. Commemorating the friendship between the Irish people and the Choctaw Nation. And then recently during the pandemic, I believe the Irish people sent the Choctaw Nation some form of aid as well in return for the friendship that was shown so many years ago. Alrighty. Oh, wow, that's hitting me. Alright. Let's try some of this Texas sake. Small batch. Batch number 104. Small sips. I am getting well and truly toasted right now. This is not the lid for this, but it fits. Good. All right, here we go. I'm listening to the potatoes boil, and they sound very nice. Yes, you can see, Poop Slayer, I know you were asking about this. It's like, that's not a lot of liquid. How does it, how is it gonna cook? You can see, like, it's pretty much, the water is all the way there. The potatoes down at the bottom have broken down so much, and they've released all of that water up into everything. So everything's just kind of collapsed more and more into the water, and it's all just kind of mixed up a bit more. It's all very nice. This is a very Irish stream. Yes, I have Guinness and I have Japanese sake, and I am the most American of people. Sláinte. Almost tastes spicy. It's very spicy, in fact. I don't know why, but it's sweet and spicy. It's not bad. In fact, it's very good. Not necessarily taco, but like my tongue is very tingly. Not in a oh hey, I'm allergic to something and they're kind of tingle, but like the kind of tingle where you're just like, woo, that's got a kick to it. It's not bad. It's very good. Very good. Let's get some more of that. What color is the Texas sake? It's in a brown bottle, but it is a very clear. So unlike the milk color of the nigori, the unfiltered sake, this sake is very. It looks like water. Oh, I just looked at the back of this bottle. It has got a very neutral fragrance, a very quiet impact, a very kind of middle of the road flavor, and a very complex flavor. I love how their scale uses Texas. That's very Texas of Texas to use Texas as a scale for Texas sake. Let's have another taste of it. Let's clear my palate with some water. One can use sake to cut down on the fishiness of certain dishes. Perhaps that is why that a sake and fish is so prevalent in Japanese cuisine. Kanpai. Yeah, it's very spicy, but not in a bad way. I don't hate it. I definitively do not hate it. It's very good. I very much want some food, but I've got food cooking. That's the alcohol talking. Cooking. What else? Get another sip. No, like about 2 servings in, like it's very spicy. It's I don't know how to describe it other than spicy, but it's a very good sake. Yes, the timer is at 3 minutes. The bread has been cooking. Soon it will be finished, and we will all, well, me and the people I've invited over to enjoy we'll have bread. No, I know more about the about the geography of Scotland than I do Ireland. It is sad to say, mostly just from two lines of a song by Glory Hammer. I know that Inverness is a town on the River Tay. Friends, yes. I'm going to a comedy show with some friends later this evening, and I've invited them over to enjoy my food. They should be here soon. I invited them just about when the food should be done. Which is good timing on my part. The food would be done a bit earlier than now if I hadn't have realized that the original meat was not good meat. Not good meat indeed. Yes, and then drinking some more. It is very Irish to drink a lot, eat some food, and then go drink some more. Drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and drink and fight. More drink. Skull. I don't know how to describe it other than sweet and spicy. But in a very complimentary way. It's a very, very good mix of flavors. Poop Slayer, you gave me some good sake. I commend you. What kind of spicy? It's not fire spicy, but like tingle spicy. Yes, bread soon in 30 seconds, I realize. Let me move the camera device of some sorts and get my my oven mitts. My oven mitts. What is it? Ah, yes. The timer has ended. Let us disable said timer and show the bread. Kill the stove. Grab a paper towel. Ooh. Ooh, this is the best one I've made yet. Oh, that looks very good. What kind of spicy? Thai food spicy, wasabi spicy, just tingle spicy. Just very tingle spicy. I need to text my friend and tell him to bring me something. Yes, bread. I do, in fact, have a box full of tea back in my room, and I am very considering drinking some. Tea is very good. Tea is very, very, very good. What should I use? Let's do this. Very hot plate. Let's put you on top of the stove. Let's try it. Bread knife. Very crumbly. Yes, it's very soft and sweet and crumbly. It's very good. If I do say so myself, being the person who cooked it. No, the bread is weak. The bread succumbed. It's just a very simple recipe. Just for something, like, very simple and easy. I keep saying simple. But this is a very easy recipe. You're just like, I just need some bread for dinner. Cook it up. It needs some butter. Needs butter, but it's still very good. And it's not difficult at all to make Poop Slayer. Like, the hardest part is honestly kneading it and combining it. Because the hardest part is combining it because like you got to knead it just right. I perhaps over kneaded this just a little bit. You can see kind of at the bottom it's kind of very not all put together. This isn't a professional loaf by any stretch of the imagination. But it is very good bread. It is very good bread. And I need to not go Doom Guy on this because I need to provide some of this for my friends who will be here not at 3:30 redacted time as I asked them to be, but later after errands and things. Unless, yes. Unless it's for sandwiches and toast, always rip the bread. Or if you're trying to get something that you can spread some butter on. Ripping bread is a very, very nice feeling. One of my favorite things to do is the pumpernickel loaf with the dip in the middle. You just rip off the pumpernickel bread, dip it in. It's very primal. I get very distracted just eating bread like that. I need to not. This is part of dinner. I can't rip it. I need to, in fact, cover it. I need to, in fact, cover it and save it for later. You can't tell me what to do, old ass. You're not my real dad. You know, that would be an interesting endeavor to do. Making a BPL sourdough. Get some sourdough and just keep it alive and then send it amongst other beeples that are interested in bread. This bread will be devoured, just not necessarily only by me. I made it to be shared. It is a sharing bread because sharing is caring. I don't know if fruitcake is a bread or a pudding or an offensive weapon. It's certainly a thing. Which is in fact what I text my friend to get. I told him to bring Kerrygold butter because I forgot to get some. Alrighty, I am adding fruitcake to suggestions. Because it is seasonal and funny. Mostly funny. Wasn't it outlawed by the Geneva Convention? Yes. Yes, it was. It was offensive. No. No. Just, I don't think many people know how or what to do with it. It's just kind of a tradition thing that's there because of tradition. So it'd be nice to actually like research and get into fruitcake and make something that I would actually like to eat that isn't just a stodgy mess of dough and uncooked fruit that just sits around. Nice to be actually something. Pumpkin quickies. Pumpkin quickies. Interesting. That sounds interesting. I, in fact, also have a recipe for pumpkin cheesecake. Pumpkin cheesecake, yes. It is, fruitcake is the boat anchor in a tin. Yes, yes it is. You all are kind of blowing up, chat. Snickers salad. Oh, God. What do? Just cut up a Snickers bar? No, I've got a recipe for pumpkin pie cheesecake, and if I don't add in the pumpkin, I actually just have a recipe for a very good cheesecake that I can do whatever I want with, and that's part of cooking, is just acquiring skills one by one by one. And it's very interesting to see where you wind up, because I know I'm putting tin foil in a microwave. I'm not going to start it. Remember not to start it. It's just minor skills. You learn how to chop things. You learn how to saute things. You learn how to stew things. You learn how to bake things. It's just skill by skill by skill by skill by skill. Until you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna cook something, and you're not even thinking about it. No, but cooking is fun. Cooking is fun. When you're, it's very great fun to cook for other people. One of the reasons why I had a great time at the meetup was was the community aspect of cooking the gumbo with Mad Ducks. He claims it was all me, but his taste buds made it what it was. And then everyone enjoying it too was the great payoff. Like you'd think eating is the payoff of cooking, but no, it's people saying, "Wow, this really tastes good." That's the payoff of cooking. Whoops. No more wine. Yes, your taste buds very much helped. And the filet. That filet was probably the secret ingredient that made that the best gumbo I've ever made. Snickers salad recipe. Risky click. Confirm. Is a sweet and tart salad made of vanilla pudding, Snickers candy bars, Granny Smith apples, and whipped cream. Interesting. It's literally just chopped up Snickers bars. That sounds way too sweet and decadent for me, though. I'm in fact trying to lose weight, not gain it. It is indeed a dessert, yes. It is a dessert that will expand my waistline by 2 pant sizes. More wine, more beer. How about that? Slancha. Big heaping bowl of diabetes. Wilford Brimley wants to know your location. Just give it a little bit of a mix up. Just get some of these top potatoes down near the bottom potatoes. Ooh, yes. They just cut really simple. Nice and easy. Now I'm hungry? Well, wish you were here. Chanko nabe, I've heard of that. What is that? Mostly like a vegetable stew? Thank you for the subscription. What was I going to do? I forget what I was going to do. Such is life. Yes, that's where I remember hearing this. The city in which I live has a Japanese festival every Labor Day. My dad and I go there and have a great time, and we get day drunk. It's very fun getting day drunk with your father. And I remember them having a sumo demonstration. And one of the sumo wrestlers that they got at the demonstration was a gentleman by the name of Yama. Yama is the sumo wrestler from John Wick and several other various medias. He probably had one of the most prolific careers, probably one of the most famous sumo wrestlers in Western media. who retired all too soon due to some sort of scandal, which I will not say one way or the other on. But Yama is a very nice man. They talked about, hey, how do sumo wrestlers get so big? That was one of the questions asked, and they answered by talking about chanko nabe, which is basically just the younger sumo wrestlers are in charge of feeding everyone, so they just throw everything into a pot and feed everyone. And I believe one of the comments I heard was some sumo wrestlers, after they retire, go on to become fairly prolific chefs because of all of the cooking they had to do in training. Tactical booty jorts. That's not a image I wished to have put in my head, but Dukes of Hazzard it is. Oh, this is very nice looking. Maybe add a bit of salt, and that's it. Let's add a bit of salt. Because salt makes everything better. I probably need to start watching my sodium intake. Ooh, yes. Yes, that turned brown really quick from that shot of Guinness I put in. I wonder how that's gonna equivalent to taste, because I've only done this once. What are we cooking today? Cooking Irish stew and soda bread. I have soda bread wrapped up in foil. It is all done, and about 15 minutes till the stew is done. Irish stew is a recipe from Tasting History. It's potatoes, onions, lamb, and Canadian bacon, because I can't find back bacon or Irish bacon, and salt and pepper. The soda bread is a la Betty Crocker, because Betty Crocker has recipes for everything. If your career ever calls for you to start your training by help feeding everyone, you're gonna learn quite a... Yes. Yes. Yes, carbonated bread. Wait, no. Bread is carbonated. That's the CO2 bubbles. That's what makes it rise. Bread is carbonated. Huh. Interesting. Beer is liquid bread. It's good for you. Sláinte. I just got that in my face. Arepas? No, I've heard of sopapillas, and I have fried some tortillas to make, just because I wanted fried tortillas. Just put a little olive oil in a pan, fry up a tortilla. It's very good. Ooh. Yes, let's give this a good mix up. Yes! Yes, this looks very good. Probably shouldn't have mixed it up, but hey, I'm the chef. I do what I want with my food. Alrighty, meat. What am I looking for? A little plate. So, let's get a little forky dork. So, the Canadian bacon, that's thin. So it's pretty much cooked all the way through. Little chunk of lamb. Let me grab a little knife. Look at me making more dishes. And it's cooked all the way through. Like, this has been cooking for, God, hour 15 at this moment. Which is why I like stews, because not everything cooks at the same time, but by the end of it, everything is cooked. Yes, stew just like, because it takes longer, it gives things more opportunity to break down. So if you use tougher cuts of meat, you just stick it in a pot, stew it for God knows how long, and eventually all that protein's going to break down. Serving rice is never optional, ducks. It never is. Let me clean this knife. And put it back in the block. Beef tips and gravy. Beef tips and gravy sounds very good if I didn't already have this wonderful pot of potatoes simmering right there in the corner. The option is yes. Yes. Yes, indeed it is. I mean, apparently Irish bacon is slightly different than Canadian bacon, but I don't know because I haven't had any. Also, controversial food opinion. Hawaiian pizza? Yes. In fact, Hawaiian pizza is like a very kind of savory, sweet kind of thing that goes very good with drinking. Yes, Rex. That is indeed why I have made a cooking stream, to encourage you to eat and to cook. Here I am just talking to people while the food cooks by itself. Okay, this is a consequence of me being very slightly drunk, me cooking, and also me being very hungry. Everything you guys are saying is making me very, very hungry, and I want to eat it. Potatoes bring a lot of things together. They're very, very good. Cranberry with your turkey meat. It's sweet and savory. Yes, indeed it is. That is indeed why I do. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes. Get yourself a brace of conies. Anything other than sauce and cheese distracts from the true pizza experience. I mean, hard disagree, but everyone has an opinion. Whether or not we agree is something else entirely. Is everyone just playing that scene from Lord of the Rings back in their head now? You know what? You know what? I could definitely do a beer can chicken while I game. Definitely could. No. I think I'm going to do a breakfast stream. Yes, next week is going to be a breakfast stream. Definitely going to be a breakfast stream. I'm going to make bacon and eggs and pancakes. Cooked a chicken on an old light bulb. Some of those old light bulbs got very, very hot. I can see that. How potatoes on a pizza would actually taste. That's a very... You'd basically just have to... I could see deconstructing a beef stew on top of a pizza and not using, like, a tomato sauce. Yes, Mad Ducks, because cleaning is half of cooking. Irish pizza has hard-boiled eggs. Interesting. What else does it have on it? Mashed potato sandwich. You know what? I have had a Thanksgiving sandwich, which was my dad and I, with our Thanksgiving leftovers, we got some rye bread, put some turkey on there, put some stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberries, cooked it up. Oh my god, it was so good. I don't think I've ever made or eaten Eggs Benedict. It's very much a thing I have never attempted. Too much of anything is a bad thing. We're down to the final minutes, and everything has gone to mush, just as planned. The grand master plan. Yes, that stew is, yes, it is quad C thick. Because I didn't put I didn't put a lot of water in. All of that water in there is potato water. I do want to make Eggs Benedict. I just have never done. Let's get a little bowl for taste testing ready. Yes. Where did I put the ladle? The ladle. It is very smushy. Very smushy, but in a fun kind of I can't wait to eat it way. And now we wait. The dreaded 2 minutes. Could I make a bowl now? Yes, I could. Or I could just wait until the timer is done. The timer commands. And I obey the timer. Because the timer is law. What are we going to put on the stew? Salt and pepper if it needs it. Drink? Yes, I just did. Long day. Ooh. It's getting angry. Yes, the bacon has basically disintegrated. Oh yes, so there's going to be little chunks of bacon flavor all throughout this. No green stuff. Nope. No. Well, there are onions in here. Yes, it's very much not liking being hot. So, let me get my second glass of bad decision making. Another can of Guinness. And yes, it is good time to eat. I will begin eating and give my review of food, and then perhaps stop and wait for friend to show up. Yes, I will have small taste. Small taste is large taste. got a little bit of, you know what, no, let me put, that's back on, yes. Just getting a little taste of it. Uh-oh. Hope everything's all right for you, Mr. Obliterator. All right. Let's give it a taste. It's very... Okay, so it's got a heat to it, but not from being fresh off the stove. It's got a heat that like warms your mouth from the back to the front. The bacon and the lamb and the pepper play very much into bringing just this wave of flavor that washes over you. I also suspect some of the Guinness might have given it some savoriness. Yes, it's very mushy because a lot of the potatoes have kind of disintegrated and a lot of this liquid is just potato starch. But everything is so infused with flavor. It's very good. It's a very simple stew. I didn't put a lot of salt or pepper in it. Maybe like a tablespoon of pepper and like half a tablespoon of salt. It's very good. Like the potatoes, just not a lot of pressure to just cut them in half. The ones that are at the bottom have basically disintegrated. The lamb, the only time I've had lamb has been the only other time I've made this stew. But lamb has a very kind of distinct flavor to it that just plays very well in like giving this a very filling flavor. Like you feel like you're eating a lot per spoonful. And yes, that Guinness umami definitely has added some flavor to it. I do not have any vodka with me, unfortunately. I bought a Fredo. Yes, you did miss the beginning of the stream. In fact, you missed the first stream because I had bought a lamb chop a couple days before, and as I was prepping everything for cooking, I realized, oh shit, oh shoot, this lamb's gone. So I had to pitch the lamb, run to the store, grab some more lamb. So anyway, it was just about a half-pound lamb chop. Cut the bone out, chopped it up real nice, and it's just kind of bite-sized chunks. It's very good. Oh, this is very good. Half of the potatoes have dissolved in a very nice kind of way, which give a kind of mushy structure to everything, but there's enough potatoes left that give it a very nice chunk as it does. Yes, lamb does spoil too fast. I have just discovered that this week. Oh, the potatoes have like so much absorbed all of the flavor from everything else. They're just little nuggets of flavor. Yes, which is why I am. What about food for friends? Which is why I only have like a little bit of it. I'm going to set this. I'm going to set this away so that I do not eat too much of it, and I will save some for my friends because friendship is important. Potato water is very good. Yes. Yes, but there is none in this household. Friendship is lost tech. I agree. We need to rediscover the helm core of friendship. Here I am scraping the last little bits of dregs of this bowl because I want more. And I have to stop myself from just eating straight from the pan, like I know I would, because I have in the past. Well, the food is done. I have tasted some, and I will torture myself some more by having this sit out and wait for my friends to show up for dinner. So, on that note, farewell, people of the internet. Farewell, the BPL. Until next time, this is Dr. Who's the Chef. Sláinte.